Hey, hey. The song all like super excited. And I was like, oh hey, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, you could use that. Leave that in there.
You know, like, oh, hey, it's the podcast. Oh my god. Oh. So yeah, like, welcome, to the Dumbacks podcast. Here today with me is my friend Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex.
And I'm Mike. Yeah, so we decided, let's do a podcast, But, yeah, like I was telling you earlier, like, I've always wanted to do a podcast with us, like, with all the guys, like me, you, Danny, Marco, Mason. Then everybody graduated and moved, or Marcos Casey just moved.
Yeah.
And we, like, rarely started hanging out with each other. And I was like, man, like, this was never going to be an idea. But this was an idea back, like, in 2011, like, when I got really hardcore into YouTube, not, like, watching it, and I was like, oh, this is something, like, we can do. But I bet everybody at the time thought, oh, everybody can do this. I think everybody does, but nobody goes for it. I think they'd rather watch people.
Yeah, because I think most of the time, like, people think that, like, well, the main reason why people want to do YouTube is because they want to be, like, YouTube famous or whatever, right? And, like, but I guess, like, a lot of the seasoned YouTubers say that, like, I mean, the to be successful is that you can't think about that.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like the whole thing. Like I like at the beginning, I wanted to be like that because it's like, oh, I don't have to get a job. I don't go to school anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. We wouldn't have to do anything.
But at the same time, everybody still went to school. Everybody did that. Everybody's doing school still, except you, where you and Danny graduated.
Yeah.
It's kind of, not that I hope this podcast gets, like, super famous and we're super famous. Like, I don't expect that to happen. I think it's more like, I don't like talking to people, so I want people to hear what I have to say without me actually talking to them.
Yeah, without you seeing their faces.
Yeah, without them seeing their faces or them telling me stuff,
Yeah.
Or interrupting me, which was something, kind of what really, like, drove me not to do a podcast anymore, was because, like, hanging out with all of us, like, nobody ever lets me finish a sentence. Like, everyone cuts me off, or nobody even listens to me. I don't get a straight answer, and it's like, So, thinking about it was like, it's going to be super hard to, like, do a podcast when everybody cuts each other off.
Yeah.
Like, nobody, and I know me and you, we listen to a lot of podcasts, so we know that, like, people talk.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I want people to, I want our friends to know what we're doing, so that they ease into it and like, oh, okay, yeah. Which probably won't happen. There probably won't be a time where all of us are going to be available to do one.
Yeah. I mean, do we even want to tell them?
I mean, it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. Oh, but none of them are subscribed to us, so it's
Yeah, sure.
way to have friends who don't have YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Well, I shouldn't say it's my channel, because, I mean, I started the channel back in 2008 with Jaime, and that was when I had my BlackBerry, when I was always recording videos, and I was showing Jaime, I was like, hey, look, remember the disappearing act? Like, the disappearing thing we would do, like, when you pause the video and stuff, like, so we were recording it on the trampoline, so, like, one of the first videos on my channel is, like, him jumping on the trampoline and disappearing, and I called it Bigfoot eating a $5 footlong, and I was like, then, like, I don't know why I named it that way. It was, like, one of the most viewed videos I had, I only had 3 videos. But then everybody started having a YouTube channel and uploading stuff. Like the video of, where's my goddamn charger?
Yeah.
Like, that one's on a different YouTube channel, like Jason, but Jason no longer has it.
Oh, really? It's not on the Dumbacks one?
No, it's not on a channel. It's on iSwimmer. iSwimmer or something like that. That's the YouTube channel that has it. And I think I have it saved on my, like, Dumbacks videos.
Oh, like, no, it's not iSwimmer. It's, it was JJ's thing, because he had made it, like, a pun to be, like Icy Wiener.
Icy Wiener?
Or some shit like that,
I don't think so.
No?
I think it's iSwimmer.
Oh, it's
because I remember
iSwimmer?
looking for it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll find it right now. But But yeah, so it was like that, and then there's another YouTube video, and I remember it was me dancing to my zip mic cranking that Batman. I was wearing Danny's shoes, and I remember that. But yeah, no, like it's been like what? We're 2016. I started my channel in 2008. My videos were just to basically at the time I was like, you know what, whatever. It's just for me and the guys to laugh at.
Yeah.
You know, I really did want like, and even then 2008, like YouTube barely started. Like it wasn't even what it is now, where it's like crazy big. But like, so when in 2010, was when I got to know all of you guys. Like you, so like in the beginning of making the channel, it was me, you, us two, and it was Adrian, Mikey, Danny, Margo, Mason, and Jason. So it's 8 of us.
Right.
So then, like, as the years went on, I was hoping, you know, one day get everyone together, System Link, Halo, like we always did, or Gears, but no one ever liked Gears. Well, not that everyone did. It was only Jason, Mikey, and Marco who didn't want to play it. And then we had a bunch of drama with everybody in the group. So it was like, you know, for times it was like one of us wasn't there, 2 of us weren't there. It went down to 6. I think now it's like it's just me, you, Adrian, and Mikey, right?
For just playing live?
Like just like hanging out or talking, like we rarely to hang out with Mason now, like than we did before.
Yeah.
But you know, not like in a bad way. Marco moved to San Antonio. Danny moved to San Antonio. Danny's a teacher. Marco's works at Walmart.
Yeah. You think we should say like where we're from?
Nah.
No. Well, I mean now they'll pretty much figure out where we are. I guess.
I mean we were talking about
because you just said San Antonio.
Yeah. So I mean we are from Texas. We're from the very south of Texas.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, if you went to the map and went all the way down to Texas and the black line of Texas, like that's where we are.
Yeah. Very 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 tip of the bottom.
Yeah. The freaking toe of Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're teens. No, we're yeah. So I mean, it was just us going back and forth through friends of, you know, keeping a group, you know, and there's never a time where, you know, now it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Like mostly that's just hanging out. Even now that you graduated and I'm still not going to school, or going to school and not going to school. It's been down to just me and you, and we talk like all the time, like even like the dumbest things. It's like, yeah. So when you said like let's do a podcast, I was like, dude, hell yeah. And it, you know, even then, like, I hope our friends want to do this too. And it's like, yeah, they can come in, and we'll not that we'll let them. They are part of the channel. Yeah. Most of my videos are us talking. We're not even talking. We're voiceovering novelas and stuff.
I'm pretty sure they'll be, you know, I'm pretty sure they'll be willing to participate or whatever.
Yeah, and then even then, like me and you will carry on. We'll still do this, you know, hopefully after episode 0.
Yeah.
This is officially episode 0. I don't really like to start at number 1 because this is like the pilot podcast.
This is even the pre-pilot.
The pre-pilot.
Yeah, because all pilots start with 1, right? It's like...
Well, no, because I mean, if you watch like, you know, like when we've been watching The Flash and stuff, like there's a pilot and then there's episode 1, right? Or is it episode 1 is the pilot?
Yeah, I think episode 1 is the pilot.
Oh, there are some shows that I watch that the pilot is episode 0.
Yeah, it started at 0.
Yeah, we're feature length. We're going to be 7 hours long, so now we've give ourselves a cutoff for, you know, hopefully an hour. If we talk more than an hour, yeah, that's fine. We probably won't exceed 2 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we pretty much explain why my channel was created. What I hope now it be like a podcast, I guess, set to where me and you are just talking to each other. I do hopefully want to play games like like how we have the NFL Street and record it and talk. Like I think there you'll see more of our personality. But I mean, here we'll see more of our personality of like individual.
Yeah.
Like like how we talk with each other and like especially like when we're playing games like me and you, or not me and you, not you, but me. You can kind of tell everybody like talks to me and how I talk to people. And,
Mm-hmm.
like it's different than when they talk to you and you talk to them and.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Hopefully this will encourage like the other guys to, continue with the channel.
Yeah.
Like we had
I mean,
first decided that we wanted to do.
Because that's what we always do. We always say like, "Hey, we should do stuff to the channel." Blah blah. Especially since like a few months back, I made a logo for it. I did a logo for it. I did the channel art for it. I redid I drew the logo. Remember at Asia's house?
Yeah.
I drew the logo, and I did something really quick on Photoshop for the channel art, which was like a Gears yellow thing with the Gears thing. But I was like, well, I don't want to focus my channel on just Gears or anything like that, because, I mean, I guess we have some of the things, but that's not even, like, it's not what I wanted for the channel. I didn't want it, especially because we did voiceovers and gameplay. It's like, maybe we can do voiceovers, gameplay, and podcast. It's like,
that would be good.
That would be cool. And, hopefully, like, I want more than 13 subscribers for the past, freaking 8 years that we've had this channel.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I mean, yeah, I just saw it right now since 2008.
2008, I've had the channel, and I remembered my first password for that was super long. With me and Jaime came up with the password. Back before you could enter you didn't have to enter numbers as passwords.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want to say the password because I don't want people to hack my account.
Because you still use it?
No, I don't use it anymore.
Oh.
I changed it recently. But I will change it again because since it's linked to like my email, like it's usually what I use for all passwords. So I'm gonna change it to something different. Just something more like, because I want you to be able to access it, me access it. Yeah. Mainly me and you are the only ones that want to access it. So when other people ask me, I'm kind of like, especially like when Marco asked me the other day, like for the password, and I was like, why? And not like not like anything bad or anything, like I trust Marco, I trust Danny and them for using my thing, because it's gonna be, it's not just it is my channel, it's under my email.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I made it. You guys weren't even around yet. Oh, you guys were around. You guys we weren't as close as we are now that we graduated high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, like when so yeah, hopefully now like people will hear us, mostly like my family's gonna hear it, because I will upload it to YouTube, and then I will tag it on my Facebook to have my family listen to it, and hopefully they make YouTube accounts and subscribe so they can keep hearing me. And then they'll go and watch all my other videos and realize, oh my god, I'm related to this, and then unfollow me. Which is why, like, most of the videos I have them on, like, private, because I
I think it's good to keep those on private.
I took a lot of the ones, especially, like, Mike the Pedo. I had to delete that one. I don't know why I uploaded it in the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought it's because Danny, he was like, Mike, come on, Mike, upload it. I was like, yeah, I don't care. Fuck it, I'll upload it, and I uploaded it.
Yeah, sure. So it's like, I mean, I don't want to say I'm embarrassed or anything, but, because I'm not, like, I don't care,
Yeah.
But, like, I'm looking at the channel right now, and, like, the first
video is our Mexican voiceover. Is that what it?
The first video?
Oh no! Like when you go to the channel, like when you go to Dumbacks, youtube.com/Dumbacks.
Yeah.
When you go to the channel,
you just plug your channel there.
Duh! Or else they can listen to this podcast.
That's true.
YouTube.com. That's YouTube. YouTube.com/Dumbacks. That's DUMBACKS. A play on of dumbass.
Yeah.
But back then, you couldn't use such words on YouTube. They would delete your account. So I just put ACKS at the end. boom, new channel. Wasn't even new. It was the first thing that came to mind.
No, yeah,
Well, no, like, go.
let's see, like,
are you on?
Yeah, I'm on it. The first video, like, from newest to oldest, is
it looks different when I log into it.
Touchdown one. Well, because it's yours.
No. On my personal account, the ones where I watch all my videos and stuff, like, I am subscribed to, like, one of the...
Why do you have it like this?
One of the people...
You have it on a list?
No, it's not a list. Like, when you go to my channel, it's supposed to show up like every other YouTube account. Like, it's supposed to play, like, the first video.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm on videos. I'm not at the home screen.
Well, like, yeah, when you go to the home screen, the video that pops up is...
our Gears of War.
Yeah, because I think that before I had put the Mexican voiceover.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't want people to look at my channel and be like, oh, that's what it is? Like, it's just like... and, you know, in a way, like, I kind of want to put them back to private.
I guess the first video that you could put that place would be this podcast.
Yeah. It would be the pilot podcast.
Or no, maybe we could just make a video for that. For
the
intro, you know.
We can make an intro like, oh, this is our video, and then cut like. But the only thing is, I don't have any of the Gears of War videos. I didn't edit them.
Yeah.
Like Danny is the one who edited the Gears of War videos.
Well, you could still edit them, can't you?
Well, I don't have any of the files.
Oh.
The only one who has them is Adrian, but that's Adrian's perspective, and Adrian's boring. Nah. I think all the ones that Adrian has is when I like really sucked at Gears.
But those are the best ones.
Yeah, those are the funniest ones.
Yeah, so no, like, what I was saying is that, like, our first, like, when we started doing the voiceover, our first voiceover that's on here is called Oh, You're Next, which was, like, 4 years ago. So...
Yeah.
You know, and it goes back to what I was saying. Like, it's not that I'm embarrassed, but I mean, like.
But no, like, yeah, like, I understand. Like, in the beginning, like it's funny for us. That's why I want to put it private, because it's only funny for us. You know, later, whatever, if the channel gets bigger and stuff, like, well, we'll re-upload them again. We'll take. I don't have any of the hard copies, so I guess we'll figure a way to re-upload them to YouTube and show people like, this is us, like. Back in the day of our videos and stuff, and whatever. It depends. It depends how what goes from here.
Yeah.
You know. But no, yeah, I like, that's why I started deleting stuff, like me, especially Danny, when he was going back to, or when he was working, or not working, but when he was applying for stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, he told me, he's like, hey man, can you just delete some stuff that like is me in there, because I kind of don't want people to notice like that's me and blah blah, blah. I was like no, I get it, like, you know, like, I don't want people to see me and like, well, it says here you're a pedo, and like, it's like it's like, no, you understand, I was young and blah blah, you know. I don't want to make those excuses, because I mean, we're dumb enough to put them online, like, we should face our consequences, but it's like, yeah, I'd rather just take them down, and I'll keep like the Gears of War one. I'll keep some of the voiceovers. Like, especially the most popular video we have is the Mexican voiceover, right? It has like... Yeah. No, it's the second most, because of the first one's the
oh yeah, the garage band.
The garage band, which has the most disliked video of all also.
Really?
Yeah. It has, well, the most dislike to like ratio is... Like,
that's funny.
I don't know what people expect, like, oh, look, I want to know garage band, and then they see my video and they're like, this video sucks. I think I deleted it.
I think it's because it came out at that time, like,
yeah.
You know, where like people were making like
music
with the garage band.
Yeah. I'm not even joking, dude. Like, that was my idea. Like, I called Danny. I was like, hey, Danny, like, do you have it? Like, because I want to see if I can recreate it. Not to where, you know, not the Doer Legacy, as it's called. The thing. Like, I want it to be like an intro to, or like this thing, or, you know, hopefully the next time we do this podcast, it'll be more professional. As I burp, you know.
Yeah.
We'll learn, you know, that's one of the things I like. I know never to eat or drink on a podcast, but we're eating and drinking on a podcast. Yeah. This is our first one, so it's not, you know, we're learning from our mistakes.
Nah, who cares?
Did you know that JJ made a podcast?
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to them?
No. I want to.
I want to now because I remember when we were saying like, oh yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
And I remember, and I saw one of his posts that
he streams on Twitch too.
I don't think I'd ever stream on Twitch though. We'll let Rudy do that, and we can.
Yeah. I've been wanting to watch his stuff though, but yeah.
Maybe he'll join our podcast. We can put him on Skype and he'll talk to us. Let us teach us the ropes on doing podcasts or something.
True.
No, but yeah, like, what's it called? Yeah, we hope to make them, weekly or so.
Weekly?
Weekly? You don't think we could do it weekly? I mean, we hang out once a week, me and you.
True, but I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we'll try, but
yeah,
it'll probably be longer. Unless we just do like several episodes in like one day, like while we're here.
Well, if we want to do like current events, we're never gonna know until it's happens.
That's true, yeah.
So, and I don't really like that mostly. Like when people cut up episodes and they're like, "Oh, what? I don't even know what's going on."
We'll just make up shit like say like, "Oh, it's already the 5th, and what's happening?"
Donald Trump is president. What? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even know how long we've been going for because since we were talking, kind of getting warmed up before doing this, like kind of the pre-show, but no one will ever see that pre-show. It's just for for me to listen to when I'm editing this or.
Yeah.
So what else did you have? Of course, like we have a list of things to talk about, and we pretty much talked about them without like addressing them. Like, oh, this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I don't know what else. Do we need any more like intro or no?
No, I mean that's basically it. Like I
don't know how much of yourself you want to introduce.
I put describe ourselves, not introduce each other.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm 5'4". I'm not 5'4", not that small. No, I guess. Well, basically, I mean, me and you decided to do a podcast. We've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I tend to listen to them a lot. I do listen to like the Rooster Teeth podcast. I listen to the Creature Talk podcast. Pretty much the only one podcast I listen to.
Yeah.
And I know you've been listening to the two guys. I don't know their names, so I don't even know what the podcast is called.
Yeah, the podcast is called "What Say You," and it's by the two of the guys from Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
Sal and Brian. Been listening to them. I think they pretty much gave me the inspiration to want to finally go through with the podcast. But like, probably the first podcast I ever listened to was, or when I even like found out what podcasts was.
Podcast.
What podcasts were. Was the Yogscast.
The Yog Pod?
Yeah, the Yogscast, Yog Pod. I was listening to them and it was pretty funny, so
yeah, I
mean, liked it.
So mostly like, I guess we could talk about, if you want to talk, we can talk about like our YouTube,
yeah, like our YouTube,
like our YouTube, not like our YouTube story because we don't have a story.
No, I know
but
what we do on YouTube,
like what we've done on YouTube, like what we watch and stuff, and kind of get an idea of where our, like I used to watch Dumbacks every day. I used to watch all his lazy vlogs and stuff, and I always wanted to do one, and I tried one time when I was in Pan Am. Mm-hmm. I was like walking all the way to the freshman parking lot, like, hey, just blah blah, and I deleted it.
You tried doing the
I tried to do a vlog, like talking to myself, and I was like, I don't like it, and I deleted it, and I never do one ever again.
Is it vlog or vlog? Because I've heard a lot of people say, I've heard it both ways.
What?
Vlog, vlog.
I've heard people say vlog.
I just say vlog, right?
Yeah. Because like a blog is a internet thing. I don't know why it's called a blog, but
yeah.
so like, you know, watching his stuff is something like kind of watching his stuff made me realize like, hey, he has the same kind of humor I do, but not exactly. Like in the very beginning, like when I was watching him, like people were like, "You sound just like him." I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't sound anything like Dumbacks. And then from there, it went like from watching Dumbacks to watching, you know, the Rooster Teeth, Red versus Blue. And I had never watched Red versus Blue. I remember hearing it in high school. But it was watching all their like, because you know I started getting into achievement stuff, and I was like, man, everyone has it better. Well, I started getting into Xbox because I didn't have an Xbox until high school, which was like in 2008 or 9 is when I got my first one. And even then, I didn't have a gamer tag. It wasn't until that summer that I spent with Adrian that he, in 2007, I believe, is when he made my first gamer tag. Mad Trigger. We were in a clan.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like getting into that, and I was like, you know what, like I liked achievements; they're pretty cool. And so I would watch achievement guides, and that's what they make, Achievement Hunter.
Oh.
So they made a new channel called Achievement Hunter, where they would make how to get the achievements. So I was always watching the videos, and I was like, you know what, these guys are pretty funny. And then like they started making their own. They stopped doing that, and now like if you watch their stuff, like it's up, and like they don't even do achievement guides anymore. But it was always like cool to watch that, and then like started watching the gameplay. So I've seen them evolve, and their stuff, like their comedy is like it's something I like. It's not like over the top like PewDiePie or Markiplier, like.
Yeah.
And even then, I just loved watching PewDiePie when he first started. Like it was super funny to watch his stuff, and watching Markiplier stuff like they're really funny.
I never
but then
liked PewDiePie.
I don't like him anymore. Like I don't like watching his stuff now. Even then, like
sold out.
Yeah. Not that he sold out. It's just that it's just like his humor got old, you know. But I mean, like I watch his stuff occasionally, but I won't like watch it religiously like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like mostly I watch just Rooster Teeth stuff, like whatever's on Rooster Teeth, the Achievement Hunter, and I'll watch whatever podcast when they put a podcast. Yeah, like I think they have like 4 podcasts a week, and I watch all 4 of them. So it's like, so like the first one's like an hour long, and the other one's like an hour and a half. Another one's close to 2 hours. Another sports one for like an hour. So it's like 6 hours of my week is listening podcasts, and then I go back to listening to old podcasts that are like cut up for 30 minutes, and so it's like I don't even have time for myself. I should be looking for a new job, but I'm watching podcasts. But no, yeah, that's pretty much like my YouTube journey with watching stuff. So
was that like the first thing you watched?
Yeah, YouTube? Like honestly, like I never watched YouTube because like me growing up, like we didn't have videos on the internet. Like, I mean, you want to know, like we are like, so what are we talking about? What's it talking about?
YouTube, the channels. Who you started watching?
I mean, I remember seeing that stuff. So yeah, I guess like my whole like personality comes from. Well, not like comes from that because my personality was there. It was just. It was like, oh, it's okay to show this side of me because people think it's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just those are the channels I watched a lot. A lot of Minecraft videos I used to watch. Like you, the Oddcast. I watched the Oddcast since episode 1 that they started Minecraft. And when I heard about Minecraft, and I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
So some of the first ones was Minecraft stuff before I went straight to Toby Turner to.
You know, what I started remembering what the first Minecraft video from Yogscast was that I saw. It was the Doctor Who one, the first one that they had done.
The Weeping Angels.
Yeah, the Weeping Angels.
The
one.
mod.
And I didn't know at that time. I didn't know what Doctor Who was, but
yeah, me neither.
But yeah, I had watched it and I was like, oh, it's pretty cool. Like, you know, it was pretty funny even though I didn't know what Doctor Who is or what. But I mean, now I know what Doctor Who is. And this was like years ago. I don't know how long ago that was.
Well, it's 2010 when they started.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. 2010 when they started YouTube. Because in 2010 when I was working at Honda, is when I started watching Minecraft videos.
That was not even that long ago.
Okay, 6 years ago is, well, I mean, 5 years ago is a pretty long time ago.
It feels longer. Like, I thought it was before that.
Watching the like Minecraft stuff, like, I really got into Minecraft. I was watching every YouTuber that ever did any Minecraft stuff, and it was like, as long as it was funny, I subscribed, and then I unsubscribed. Like, my YouTube list, like, of my subscribers, like, not my subscribers, like, people I subscribed to was, like, super long at one point, like, and then I would go unsubscribing, and whoever stopped doing whatever did, I'll subscribe, watch more videos. Like, whatever basically good game that came out that I wanted to watch, I would subscribe to people.
Mm.
And there's a lot of people, like, my list is so short, like, I don't even watch that much anymore. Well, I mean, I watch just basically, like, Rooster Teeth, and, like, that's pretty much all I watch now, like, I want to watch. And like I said, like, I miss Tusk because he doesn't make any more videos, like, daily that he used to, like, his Toby games, like, those are, like, my favorite to watch. Even though, like, he wasn't really good at them, like, they're my favorites. It's like, even when I would talk like him.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think that's kind of what got me out of being, like, you know, it made me kind of develop who I was through YouTube and kind of where I wanted to take my personality as. And now I'm like, this is who I am, man. Yeah. But, no, yeah, that's kind of our YouTube journey, as you would say. My YouTube journey, now that it's so much different than it was back when I would watch it, back when there weren't any ads.
Oh, yeah. Those were the days.
Man, like, you know, so weird.
Not
is like,
that I remember them.
yeah,
But
like, man, like, going back to, like, the very beginning of, like, the internet, like, I don't remember, like, the times before there was internet. Like, I always thought there was internet always when I was a little kid. Like, you know, being 24, I don't know when the internet came out, but, like, I remember using computers when I was little.
I think 95 maybe was when internet
Took off.
Yeah, or well, even yeah, probably. I would say that.
Because I used to get, like, the AOL discs from, like, the mail, and, like, it was, like, a free 96 hours, and
Yeah,
and I would just go and play, like, Flash games or play whatever.
But yeah, I always had those too.
And dude, I think I have, like, 20 AOL accounts that...
It's crazy, man, how AOL just dominated that, like...
The internet.
Yeah.
And then you got stuff like Net Zero.
It's like everything was AOL. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
Like, it's crazy how much, like, you know, kids nowadays, they just, the second they have phones, they have internet.
Yeah.
Like, even my brothers and sisters, like, they're glued to the computer now. And it's like, man, when I was your age, I feel like an old man because back in my day, we didn't have videos on the internet. Which is crazy because
we didn't have videos on the internet, but we were still on the internet.
We're still on the internet, but, like, it wasn't as accessible to us. Like, we would have to unplug the phone, unplug something that, you know.
You couldn't be on the computer and use the phone at the same time.
Yeah, so it was like, it wasn't as great to like, us as it is to them now. Like, now, you could be watching a video and then someone calls you, like, oh, hello?
Yeah.
You know, now it's like, how come we aren't getting any phone calls? Are you on the internet? Like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I don't even remember, like, I don't remember only watching in, like, movies where people had phones in their room. I remember I did that once. But then I didn't realize everybody in the house could turn the phone on and hear what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
So it was always like... Because, like, my mom had one in her room, so... Especially when, like, I had friends and they would call me, like, at 12 in the night, and it's like... Like, my mom would hear the phone ring and she'd, like, answer. I'm like, what? What do you want? But, you know, that's just how we grew up. And now the internet's so crazy, like, that's all kids do now. You see them at stores and they're just on the phone or internet. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
man, what happened to Game Boys, man? What happened to the Game Boys?
I don't know.
They became expensive.
That's true.
I still don't have one.
Yeah, it was funny, like, on the topic of, like, the phones or whatever, I was talking to, I was with my mom when she was in a meeting with, like, some people from the bank,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, I was sitting in and listening, and the other two ladies were like, I don't know how we stemmed onto that, like, or whatever, but they were saying how, like, yeah, now kids nowadays, like, it's just on phones or whatever, and then they said, like, man, back in the day there was nothing for us, like, we were like outside or whatever, and I'm like, well, I mean, I sort of was doing that too, like,
Yeah, it's not like the internet. Technology wasn't that great when we were little kids either. Just even phones weren't, like, we didn't have cell phones. Like, I didn't have a cell phone until I was in high school. And I don't think any of my parents had cell phones until they were in high school. Like, until I was in high school. But like, it's just like, most of my childhood was imagination stuff. You know, playing with Marco. You know, Marco and me grew up just, that's all we did. Like, he had games, and I remember going to his house to play, like, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, and playing Pokemon or Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, a lot of our imagination was playing those games in, like, backyard, and because that's all we had. Because when he would come over to my house, I didn't have an Xbox, I didn't have Nintendo, I didn't have the Nintendo, as my mom would say to everything.
She just called everything Nintendo.
Yeah, like everybody else's mom in the world.
Yeah. See, for me, it was different. It was opposite. It was like, I didn't have the stuff, but
Your mom had it?
Yeah, my mom had it, and, you know, she'd always never let me play it. No, like, my cousin Petey, he was the one who had well, I mean, not him, but his older sisters, you know. Mm-hmm. So, like, they had the Super Nintendo, and then, like, I think that was the first one that had the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like, most of my family members who had, they had, like, the Super Nintendo. Like, I remember playing Duck Hunt, but, like, on a big projector with, like, the gun that they had.
Uh-huh.
I remember playing that.
Back in the day?
Yeah, like, in the back then, like...
On a projector? They had projector?
Well, like, I'm not even joking to you, like, I don't know if it was, like, a dream I had, because I remember playing Duck Hunt, and I remember telling my dad, like, who had Duck Hunt? And my dad was like, oh, yeah, my friend Raul had it, and I was like, it was on a big screen, right? He was like, yeah, it was like a projector, so I was like... Oh, okay. So I don't know if it was some kind of, like, technology he made.
They probably did have projectors, I don't know.
I don't know when projectors were a thing, you know, but, at the same time, like, my dad was super into technology. Like, my dad had the VHS. He had one of the first DVD players, which is, like, the big box things that, you know, you don't see anymore. But I remember he had that, and so, like, my dad had a VHS collection, a DVD collection, and now he has this Blu-ray collection, and it's, like... So I would be surprised if I was playing a projector, and I don't remember. Like, it feels like a dream, but I remember the game so, like the game, I've never seen the game ever since. Like, even watching it now, like, I watch it, like, on YouTube. Like, people playing it, and it's like, whoa, I don't remember the game. Like, I don't know what the option in the game was. I don't know if it was, like, to kill ducks, but the dog always laughed at me, so, like, that's the only thing I remember. And I remember, like, people would say, like, you could shoot the dog, and in my brain, I remember you could shoot the dog, but apparently that's a myth. Oh. So now it's like, now I'm like debating, like, was it a dream? Did I see somebody play Duck Hunt and I forgot, and now my brain, like, recreated it in my dream?
So, like, your memory?
Yeah, so, like, and it's making it my own memory, and it's like, what? You know, but yeah, I mean, that's where, like, my technology starts, like, from when I was really little. Especially, like, when my dad bought us Game Boys and stuff, like...
Was that your, like, first way into video games or whatever?
Yeah, it was, the Game Boy. See, the other thing is, like, my first game wasn't a Pokemon game. Like if you believe it or not, like it wasn't a Pokemon game. I remember seeing kids play, and I was like, oh, and I wanted their game so badly. I don't know if it was a memory or I just made it up. Or maybe I said it as a lie to sound cool, and I don't remember anymore. But I remember taking somebody's game and never having the Game Boy to use it. And so my dad bought us the Game Boy Color, and then I lost the game, and I never had it anymore. But yeah, like my first game was Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Advance, for the Game Boy Color.
That was your first game?
That was my first game ever that I remember owning myself. Like, it was my game. Like, everybody else's games, like, my uncle would give us a 64, but he would take it back. Like, he would bring it when he lived here and from California. He would come over here.
Yeah.
Then give us then they'd borrow the thing.
That was the first ever, like...
Any console thing? The handheld console? Yeah.
Mm.
It was a Game Boy Color. If I had my brother, Isaac would probably remember, oh, we had the Atari. But I'm like, you don't even know what an Atari is.
I know.
Like,
yeah,
I know
my neighbor had an Atari.
That was my dad's first console, was the Atari. He said.
Yeah, I think that was like...
That was everyone's first console.
Yeah, right? No.
Was
there something before that?
Pong.
Well, that was on the Atari, no?
That was his own thing, wasn't it? He used to just be in a little box and you plugged it into the TV. I don't know. I'm not too knowledgeable with video games that I would know that. But yeah, my first was a handheld, and then for Christmas, my uncle gave us the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1. Before it was the PS1 that was like the smaller version of it.
From your Game Boy?
No, like from getting Game Boy, like the next Christmas we got a PlayStation 1.
Oh.
And it was like...
Wait, so you never like had anything before that?
No, like we didn't own anything. Like I said, everybody had it. But it was like my family who had it, and I would go and play with them. Like, so like my first that I owned was the Game Boy Color.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't until later that the PlayStation came out that my dad got it for us. And my first game there was Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah, I remember that game. That was good.
And we bought like all of the games, and Crash Bandicoot was another one we bought. And then like I don't remember how we ever acquired the Xbox. Like I know that my uncle came and gave it to us, and we had just a demo disc, the demo game that it came with. Yeah. Like that was the game we always played. Now the first ever game that I ever bought with my own money was Halo 2. I still own that game.
Yeah.
Halo 2 was the first game I ever bought, and it was the game I played over and over and over. I played the story front and back on all difficulties, and like I never got bored of it. We would always play it again. Me and Nathan would see how far we can go, like until we like didn't die. And I had the big Duke controller. Nathan had the small light green one we had. Yeah, those the only games we bought. And I think I bought The Sims. It was probably a game I liked playing on the PlayStation. Or I didn't have it. My cousin had it. He had it, and I was like, oh. And a lot of my games came from him because he would always, because he was my cousin Michael Ryan. You remember him? Yeah. He had like all the games, so he was the one where I would go to his house and I was like, oh, dude, let me this game, let me this game. So like that was most like my game collection was from him. Like I would just take them because I knew they would buy them more. Yeah. But so it was like just like remembering stuff. Like I remember playing The Sims, Halo. Probably one of the first games that I loved playing was Halo, and it wouldn't be until like later in high school that I started expanding my palette of video games than just Halo. I know I was really good at it, but since I didn't have live, everyone. Well, I mean, I never played with most people who said they were really good, like Jason and Mikey, and they're like, "Oh, I'm the best," and then I could snipe them and kill them, and I was like, I remember we had that sniper battle, me and Chris.
Oh yeah.
And I just like owned him. I was like, yeah, I'm the best. And then I never played anybody else because I wanted to keep my win record. Yeah. I'm 100% in victories for one-on-ones. Nice. But yeah. So I mean, that's basically my palette is. Oh, I mean, and then like probably the game one of my favorite games now would have to be Gears of War because it's what led me to be friends with you guys. Well, just friends with Adrian because that's every time I go to his house, it's all we've ever played. Yeah. And that's when my gamer tag, my first gamer tag comes from, is Gears of War. We made the Mad Clan.
Yep.
So like, yeah,
Good
if
old
you see
Mad
our
Clan.
videos, and you'll see that one of our montages is the Mad Crew. Now all of us have changed it since we're like, that's kind of dumb. Well, I mean, because people joined and ruined our clan name, so.
Yeah. Something that we tried to keep just exclusive, and then, people started joining.
Yeah, so if you search up Mad, MAAD, and see what comes up, I mean, you'll see Mad Situation, Mad Beaner, Mad Ice Veins, Mad Pilgrim.
Mad Beaner was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Was a good one.
But
Mad.
it was like one day he played with us, and then like we never played with him
I
again.
know,
So
right?
it was like, oh, okay, well, way to be in our clan if you don't play with us. But yeah, then I guess we all decided we all wanted to be our own solo gamers instead of a clan. We haven't really done clan stuff anymore, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, we play as a party and we play hang out, but it was always kind of annoying to get those people that are like, "Oh, clan, you guys suck as a clan." It's like, oh, we're not a real clan. We don't have like a website and we're like, oh, mad.com, blah blah. But yeah, so like,
Yeah. So I think like when I started the game, when I started the games,
where are you, 50?
yeah, right. Shoot, I think the first console that my parents bought me was a Sega Genesis. I had a Sega Genesis.
I remember my friend from preschool, my best friend who forgot about me.
Yeah.
He had the Sega, the Sega Gist, the
Second Gist.
the Sega Genesis, and he would bring it to school, and I remember playing it. And it was probably
You
like,
bring it to school?
yeah, dude, there was people who would bring their consoles to school, like in elementary, and I was like, oh, that's.
Screw that, dude. I wouldn't bring it.
Well, I think his mom was a teacher, so it was like,
Oh.
well, so was my mom, and so was
Well,
everyone's
true.
mom from that school. So
Everyone's
mom
was
was
a
a teacher, so it was like, oh,
There
everybody.
were no
knows.
shortage of teachers there. But yeah, so like the Sega Genesis was the first console. I don't remember what games I had there. It was probably I remember one, maybe just Mega Man. Was Mega Man ever on Sega Genesis? I
Yeah,
think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Sonic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Sonic. I didn't own it.
Aren't they Sega?
Yeah.
They're Sega consoles.
Yeah. I didn't own Sonic, but I did play it. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
played Sonic on the Nintendo.
even now we still play Sonic, right? Like
Yeah.
Sonic's been around forever, but
Never
but-
any good Sonic games, but we
Yeah.
still play them.
yeah, and
That's such a disappointing
which one?
franchise for me,
Sonic?
Sonic.
Really?
hmm Like, I played it a
after
lot.
the first one.
I played it a lot, like Sonic 2, something like that. I don't remember what it is, but one of them. And I played a lot with my cousin, because he had it, and that was like, he only had like a whole couple games he would bring down from when he used to live in Arizona. I mean, not Arizona, Arkansas. He would bring down it, and those were the only games we ever played. Like Super Smash Bros. Was a game we always played.
Yeah.
And one of the other games we used to play was that one, the Sonic games. So like Sonic's Chaos stuff, and not the first one, 'cause I remember the first one, but I didn't play that one. It was the second one that we played, and it was like, I remember we stayed up the entire night to beat the game,
Mm-hmm.
and we beat it, and then we all knocked out, and then we all forgot how the game ended, and we were like, oh, we should do it again. I was like, no, game sucked, hated it. I think it's because I hated it, was because I didn't enjoy playing.
You couldn't pass
I
it.
didn't. No, we beat it.
Oh.
But we beat it. We don't remember that we beat it. We don't remember how it ended. We know we beat it because we were all like, yeah, it's the only reason why we're going to go to sleep. We stayed up till like 6 a.m.
Wow.
Like trying to beat the game. We beat the game. We all knocked out. Woke up. And we were like, did we beat the game? I'm like, yeah. How did it end? And we're like, I don't remember. I don't know. It's like, man, like we spent all that night trying to beat a game and we don't remember how we beat it. But I think it's that because like I hate. Like it was just such a frustrating game to beat.
Yeah. I don't remember because I never finished games. So it's like, yeah. I don't think I've ever completed a game.
No.
No, unless it's just like pure story.
You know, it's so weird is that like Spyro the Dragon was probably the first games that made me want to finish a game. It was because the very end of the game, like you kill everybody, and then it's like the very end last mission where it's like I think it was Spyro 2 was the game I played, and it was like you have to beat the guy named Ripto and like beat him out of that. Once you get to the very end of the game, like because he went there by accident because he was on vacation or something. He like went to like so he finally goes to his vacation spot, and then it's like, oh, you can't enter until you have all the gems and orbs from the. I was like, what? I was super pissed. I was like, we can't go through here because we need to get everything from that game. I was like, so if you went there first, would he have been like, oh, you have to go back and get all the stuff from the game? I was like, oh. So me and my brothers would spend like their next couple days like trying to get all the gems and all the orbs and all the stuff you needed to get, and it was like. So then because we had bought 2, my dad bought us 2, so we went back and bought 1, and there we were like, we gotta get everything because they're gonna make us go back and get it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they did, and we from then on it was like, all right, when we play a game, we have to complete everything. That was like our thing, and we had to beat everything in order to move on because at the end, it's just gonna tell us to go back. So we're like, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the only way. I mean, I'm pretty sure I completed the game, right?
Yeah.
I just don't remember, but...
Solitaire?
Yeah.
So you were saying that you went from the Genesis was your first console. Like, so where did you go from there?
Oh, yeah. So, the Sega Genesis, right, had the console. Then my dad gave it to I don't know who he gave it to. He gave it to somebody in our family, but from his side of the family.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was like, what the heck? Like, why'd you give it away? He's like, oh, well, you never play it anymore. And I'm just like, what? That's like the only thing I ever did. You know, I was a little kid. Like, what else would I be doing? And then, and then from there, what came after? The 64, maybe, was for me, right?
Probably. I don't know. I wasn't in your life at that age.
Yeah, true, but I mean, of the timeline, like with consoles.
Yeah.
It's like, or was it PS1? No, that was like way after, right?
I think so. I don't know. We'll have to look it up, but.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if it's just that, it's just the 64, and then for the 64, Obviously, I had Super Smash Brothers, right? Everybody had that game. It's the best game ever.
Yeah.
Still is the best game. Still holds up.
Still holds up, but nobody plays it like we used to play it when we were little kids. Now everyone has their techniques, and I don't know.
Yeah, and then I don't know what else I had. I had a few games, not very good ones, but to me they were pretty good.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I mean, like I had a demo disc, 2 games. I had Jet Set Radio Future, and I had I was racing game. I think it was Forza. I hated the racing game. I hate racing games. They're dumb, but like.
Oh, I love racing.
Jet Set Radio Future was probably my favorite game ever, and it was demo disc, but it had the whole game.
Yeah. It
was demo disc, but it had the whole game. Unless it was 2 games that had the whole game in 1 disc, but even then now my memory of Jet Set Radio Future is I don't remember it anymore, but I remember playing that game, and it was my favorite game of all. But it was the only game I had. Then The Sims. I played The Sims. Loved The Sims. It was my favorite game. Mm-hmm. Halo 2. My favorite game of all. Because it was the only games I had. And at the time, I want, Game Desk used to have, demos. Not demos, but they used to have, you could go into, the menu and see, trailers for other games.
Oh, yeah. So
there was a game that, and Isaac has it. Isaac bought it. Isaac doesn't have an Xbox anymore. Xbox at all. But there was a cat game called Brinks or something like that. And it was a cat that could stop time or mess with time.
Oh.
And I remember seeing that game in when you would go to the options and see the rest of the games. It was whoa, I want that game, but you never got it.
Huh. Yeah. I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah. I never owned it or played it, but
Jinx, no? Wasn't Jinx?
I think it was Brinks.
Brinks. Oh.
If it was, it's Inks, something Inks.
Something Inks. Yeah. Yeah. Then I went to 64. I went to the PlayStation, first one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Jurassic Park game for the PlayStation, which was like amazing to me as a kid. Now that now that I look at like the worst games, I think it's on the list for like one of the worst games ever made. And then, but it was so cool because like you could play as a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And like attack other dinosaurs.
I think you could play that like at Peter Piper, no? It used to be. No.
That's just the shooting. Yeah, the gun game. This one was different. This is like, I don't know. It tried to be RPG. Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, every game that we had as a little kid had like the potential to be a good RPG game, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And now that they want to do it, it's like you suck. We don't want it anymore.
Yeah, and then like, oh man, at that time, PlayStation. See, I had all the kiddie games, because I was young. But my cousin Joel, his dad, was into gaming. Like he had consoles, right, and he would always buy like the hardcore games.
Yeah.
So I always loved going over to his house because his dad would always let us play the hardcore blood games and whatever that were out at the time.
Yeah.
And like that was pretty cool. I think like I remember he had like Wolfenstein if that was even out. I don't remember. Yeah. Doom was there.
Oh, you want to know what? Okay.
Duke Nukem was one of the ones that he loved playing, and we would always play that. So
I do remember something, because you said Doom. So one of my first game experiences was on the computer, on PC.
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, there's a game, I think it's called Load Runner. But it was a game that was automatically on my computer. I don't know if it was...
Load Runner?
Yeah. I honestly, I've tried looking up for it, and I can't find it anymore. But it was like a platformer, like, puzzle game. Mm-hmm. And you'd have to, like, escape these little, like, demons, and they'd eat you or whatever. It was like a hardcore, like, puzzle game.
Yeah.
And the other game we had was Doom. And Doom was the game that, like, I was super scared of. I hated playing that game. But it was the only game we had, so it was a game I would, like, play and, like, I would try to beat. But I think it was a demo because it was only, like, the first level. So...
Wow.
And if not, then we just didn't know how to play the game and we never beat the first level. But it was always like we killed everybody and then we were like, alright, restart the computer and play it again, play something else.
Yeah.
But it was always Load Runner, or it was always like, and I know you could make your own game, like make your own like map and like try to beat it and stuff. Or I would make Nathan beat it or Isaac play it and it's like, oh. So it was always games like that. But I was always into like city builders or like civilian or games like that. Like my cousin had them, and like I wanted to play them so badly, but like he had so much computer like games in his PC that it was always super laggy. It was always like, especially when games like the first time I experienced lag and it made me like rage quit a game, I was like, oh, super pissed off. Like I was like, you know what, never mind, I'm never playing these games ever again. And even now that I want to play like civilian and all that stuff, like I don't want to anymore because of like the memories I've had of like them lagging. They're just gonna lag for me. So I never went back to like playing those games that I wanted to play. But probably because now it's like there are way better city builders. There are way better stuff like Banished that I was playing the other day. But
yeah,
I don't want to play that game anymore because everybody dies.
You can't save them.
No, it's like, man, it's a lot harder than I thought. I would watch people play that game, and I was like, oh, I want it. And now that it was like $4 and I bought it, and I was like, nope, you can't play it. I mean, nope, I don't know how to play it anymore. I totally forgot. It had already been like a couple years that I finally got it.
Yeah, and then, there was a lot of demo games, right, for like PlayStation 2. I remember they would always come in the magazine, right? The demos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had magazines too.
It wasn't Game Informer, was it?
No. It was usually any kind of magazine, and they would have a disc in there.
Yeah, right. It had a demo. Yeah, I used to have a ton of them because like I would just rip them out. I wouldn't even buy the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I would just rip out the disc, and you know, so technically I was stealing, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, those were like most of the games that I got out of. I think Ratchet and Clank was one of the demos.
Yeah, I had a demo for that one.
That was a fun.
I think
game.
Spyro the Dragon was a demo when I first played it, and then do you remember? I don't know if it was Sears. No, Circuit City. Remember Circuit City?
Mm.
Dude, I remember they used to have like demo games that used to play, go and play, and then then you would shop around, do whatever. But there was always a bunch of people at the game. And Spyro the Dragon was a game that I remember playing, and then I told my dad like, "Dad, we have to buy this game." And then my dad was like, "No, we can't buy it for you." And like, oh. And then Christmas came along, and he bought the wrong Spyro the Dragon. He bought the second one.
Oh.
So I was like, when I remember going back and I bought the game. Not that I bought it, like he bought the first one for us.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this was the game I remember playing on the demo. There was another game that I remember playing, and it was it was an MMO, and I don't know if it was World of Warcraft, but there were some dudes playing it, and I was like, oh, I want to play that game. I never remembered the name of it. Even to this day, I can't even look it up and find it. I don't think it was World of Warcraft, but yeah. Hang on. 134. 38. Doesn't make it cut, but that's what also texted me saying that they're turning off the machines for her grandma.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. So she's already going to.
Well, she was telling me right now that her grandma's not allowed to pay now. Like, she can't bear it anymore. So, I don't know, man. It's always...
It's tough.
a tough thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Yeah, so... I mean, what else could we say for now? I mean, this is the opening... The pilot. So, I mean, there's not much I want to say more. Not that I want to say anymore, but I want to, say this. We've been going for a while.
Yeah. That was a lot.
Yeah, I honestly thought I was super nervous. Like today when we said we're gonna do today, make notes and stuff. I was like, oh, what if we just don't say anything and we're just and we just nah, let's not do this anymore. And
but I think we went more into not even this is probably episode 1 now instead.
Well, I'm saying, like I said,
when you cut it, you could probably make the first one and then
the
0 and 1.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to myself when I was realizing we were going for a while. I was like, I could probably cut it to where I can make the pilot and then make the first one.
Yeah.
And then if not, we can just cut it and then I can say, look, this is what we cut. We can talk about it again. Blah blah. It's but I don't know. I don't know if we want to do that. Yeah, we can just leave this all as one. Or we can just make it this is episode 1.
Well, how long is it?
This is episode 01. I don't know. Because I don't remember what time I started. I wrote it down here 15, but then I stopped. So I think we started talking 15 minutes in. It's already been an hour and 30 minutes. I do have 15 minutes, close to maybe 20, 25 minutes of cutting that I need to do.
Okay. So yeah, let's just cut it and then let's start episode 2.
Start episode 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I mean, we can just make this one episode 01. This is episode 0-1.
0-1.
Well, I mean that's pretty much what we have for now. Like I said, we don't know how long this will. When the next episode will be. If we decide we want to do weekly. Like I said, we usually hang out once a week. Me and you, Bayer. Me and you just chill out here and watch Netflix and eat some food. We can do that and then watch movies and stuff, or we can just focus on the podcast, do thumbnail stuff or YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Same time, I will upload it to YouTube. I will post it on my Facebook wall. But I think I want to make a Facebook page to where I put them on there and tell people to look at it there and not make it to like my personal Facebook page. I mean, I'll share it and be like, look, check this out. And I'll tell my family, check this out. This is a podcast, me and my friend. And
but it would just be like your family or like everybody?
it'd be whoever's... Well, I'm going to post it on my thing and whoever wants to watch it, that watch it.
Oh.
Whoever feels like they want to watch it, they want to watch it. Depends.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people from Mexico who probably don't speak Spanish. They follow me. I mean, speak Spanish. They don't speak English. And they might want to listen to me. You know, my uncle's from California, and my aunt's... My cousin Garza Gaming.
Yeah.
That's another plug-in for my cousin. Especially because if you ever look up Dumbacks, his channels there is like going to go get a botana with Dumbacks. And it's like, you see my face and I'm like... It's like... So it's like, oh, like, that's cool. And I'm also like, I monitor his channel. Like, I do videos and stuff for him too. So I know for him, for sure, he's going to want to watch him. Kind of get it, because I don't ever have one-on-one with my cousin, so I would like for him to hear what I have to say. When we get a one-on-one with him, because he's still, I feel like he's still young to where I can't really talk to him about serious stuff. But I mean, I want to. At the same time, like, my aunts and uncles don't know what we do, and if this is something that I do regularly, they'll want to see. Because they're like, you don't post on Facebook, you don't post on stuff, we don't know what you're doing. It's like, so I was like, you know what, here you go. Here you go, this is what I'm doing. I'm talking about personal stuff. Live, you can kind of hear, I mean, this isn't a podcast for you get to know who I am. It's not a podcast to get to know Alex. It's a podcast for us to just talk and chill. Something we've been wanting to do for a long time, and we'll keep doing it.
I mean, and like, eventually you'll get to know, if we keep doing these, eventually you'll get to know
you'll get to know the everyone's life, and at the same time we're going to bring in the rest of the crew, the next crew. There was 8 of us originally. I don't know if all 8 will ever come and talk. We'll have special guests. We want to bring in other people that we know that would want to do this with us, and it's like, whatever, There's not a lot of people on that I would want to bring on. Who knows? It all depends on where it goes from here. I mean, we'll still do this even if the episode 1 tanks, because it's something that we want to do because we want to do it. We're not looking for fame. We're not looking for,
Well, I mean, even if it like. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're not looking for people. I mean, we obviously we want people to listen, right?
Yeah.
But we're not looking for that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not looking for people to praise us. Like, oh, you guys are good. I mean, if I do want people to listen to us, like, even if it's just like nobody listens to us, I mean, we're gonna have some people listen to us.
Yeah.
But who knows? Well, this is who knows? We'll keep making them. We'll keep making more episodes. They aren't live. There are stuff that will be cut out. So there'll be a lot of stuff that only me and Alex get to hear, or me and Danny and Alex. I mean, for the most part, it'll just be me and you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Who knows? Depends on how things go from here. We'll see. Yeah. So that'll complete episode 0 and 1.
0 and 1.
We were gonna make this the episode 0 will be like 30 minutes, and then episode 1 will be the hour-long thing. But I guess we just made this one long video, and we'll be back with episode 2. Again, you can watch this on YouTube. I will plug it in on Facebook so people can go directly to this. And then once we get a hang of what we're doing, we'll see what more we can make. Like right now, we're only recording the audio on my Surface Pro, and we have a lot of laptops in front of us, kind of like notes and stuff. But who knows? We'll see where it goes from here. We get better stuff, better mics. I don't know how. This is the best quality we have for sound for now. It's not the best we'll have forever, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Just for a while, it'll be probably just this.
For a while, it'll be crap, and then later it'll be better. We promise it'll get better. And then, like, yes, it's just all ranting and stuff. We'll learn how to properly podcast. Right now, we're young men, and we'll be old men who know how to do podcasts.
Yep.
Alright, and, well, that'll complete episode 1. Anything else, Alex, you gotta say?
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And,
like and subscribe and share with your friends.
Yeah, Dumbacks.
Dumbacks.com. Dumbacks.com. YouTube.com.
Yeah, youtube.com/Dumbacks. Right?
Yeah.
That's about
Dumbacks, Dumbacks. It's not dumbass, not Dumbacks. It's Dumbacks.
Yeah. Well, it could be Dumbacks.
Yeah.
If you want.
Whatever you want. Whatever you guys say. It's just not...
Both are right.
Yeah, I mean, we made it without correcting, like, the actual pronunciation. We didn't even say it right anyways. We say Dumbacks.
Yeah.
Well, that'll complete this podcast, and stick around for episode 2.
Alright.
Alright then. Bye!